Hi, good morning. It's Carrie from KDS Insurance Services. How are you this fine, beautiful Monday morning? I hope wherever this video finds you that you are well, that you had a nice weekend, and you are looking forward to a fantastic, productive week. Today I wanted to come to you and talk to you about a subject that's near and dear to all of our hearts, and it's our pets. How do our pets affect our insurance? Well, pretty substantially, depending on the pet. So for your homeowner's insurance, there are several breeds of dogs that insurance companies don't like. For whatever their reasons are, they've justified them as a liability for you. Certain breeds that have demonstrated that they have some aggressive tendencies. And for your homeowner's policy, that can expose your homeowner's policy to the liability issue. Great example of this is a dog bite. And it happens, dogs are very protective of their owners. That's their job. That's why a lot of us have them. Some of our dogs are service dogs. Some of our dogs work in more specific industries, and so they do. They are there for us, and they do have an exposure, and so consequently our homeowner's policy has an exposure then. So how does that work? Well, there's several carriers several carriers that will exclude certain breeds because they just have demonstrated too much aggressiveness. Some of those are Chows, Dobermans, Rottweilers, some of the bigger dogs that generally are used for guard type work. And so it's really important when you're talking about your homeowner's policy, one, that you let your agent know that you do have a dog, because the agent will then need to put that in the underwriting section that you do have a dog, and then let them know exactly what kind of breed your dog has. They'll also need to let potentially a new homeowner's carrier know if your dog has had any bites in the past. That potentially could affect whether or not you can move your home insurance to another carrier, because some of them will not accept dogs that have any sort of bite history on them. And that's really unfortunate. And I'm a dog lover. I have a service dog, and he's with me all the time. I know how important he is to me, and I know how important your pets are to you. So it is important, because dog bites take up quite a bit of claims that happen in the United States. It's either the first or second most turned in claim because we all have pets. And the important thing to remember is that you should just take whatever safeguards you need to make sure that your pet's not put into a situation where he's going to bite somebody. So pets are great, and I love them, and I encourage you to have them. Just remember that it can affect your homeowner's insurance depending on the kind of breed you have. And your agent will then know whether or not the particular carrier is going to accept your particular dog breed as an exposure on your homeowner's policy. So what happens if there is a claim? What happens if your dog does bite somebody? Well, this is really important, that you need to document exactly what went on. Why did the dog bite the individual? Was the dog affected in some way? Did they tease the dog? Did they come after the dog? Was the dog defending you? Those are all really important facts that your agent will need to know, and that you will need to document for your claim. And you would just turn this claim in like you would turn other claims in. There's generally a form. You would have to make a statement with your carrier and explain exactly what happened. And then if there are injuries, significant injuries, obviously you want to get documentation on all of that. And if the other party that's involved, the person that was bitten, has any intentions of filing a grievance against you, a lawsuit against you because of your dog bite. Another thing to remember about your dogs and your pets too is, in most places in the United States, there are laws in neighborhoods and communities where your dogs need to be on a leash. Obviously, if the dog is in your yard, that's a different story. The dog is on your private property. But it is important to think about how are your pets remaining within your boundary lines, you know, if you have a fence. Because that could be a part of this potential suit. If your animals are running free and they're causing problems and they're becoming a pest, that could also affect what happens in your claims. So it's important to think about how you're keeping your pets within your property. Do you have a fence? If you go outside of the property, my suggestion is always to have your dog on a leash, because if you have your dog on a leash, then you're doing your due diligence in controlling your animal. Now, if somebody comes up to your animal and teases them or attacks them or attacks you, then obviously your dog is going to react. That's their nature. But if you have the dog on a leash, then that demonstrates that you as a dog owner are doing your due diligence. So just some food for thought today. I read an article this weekend about this, and I thought I'd just jump in today and put a video out there. Of course, if you have any questions and would like some additional information about this, of course, please get in touch with me. My phone numbers are 832-391-8271 or 817-374-4477. Of course, you can reach me on my website, www.kds-insurance-services.com. And you can always reach me by sending me a message through these videos. And remember, these videos are to help you. They're for your educational purposes. That is the only reason I do them, is to help make you a better educated consumer, help you understand the process, help you understand the policies and the ins and outs of how your insurance works. So please stop by my channel, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that, guys. That really helps me to continue to make these videos. And like and subscribe if you would. And of course, anytime you have a question or a concern or something you'd like to talk to me about, please reach out to me. I do mean that sincerely. I'm here to help you. So make it a great week. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, guys. Next week, actually. Wow, can you believe that? I hope you have a great week. I really do. God bless, stay safe, and I will see you at the end of the week. Take care.